AC Variety takes pride in showcasing the stories that the big networks have no interest in telling. This is one of those stories.
Ready for my interview? Ready for my close-up? You ready?
Hey, hang on. Roll.
Look at you. Wait, I want to see. Thank you so much. Wait, let me see. Oh, wait.
Oh, we gotta do it over. Wait. She usually doesn't appear unless her music is.
Yeah, true.
Just kidding. Okay, are we rolling already? This is great because this is pretty spontaneous, but that's what these guys are all about. And if you're just joining us, I have the honor of sitting on this stage with, they were formerly known as Sugar Rush, but now they are
Chasing happiness.
Chasing Happiness. And have you ever seen any happier faces than that? You know, I have to ask you right on the onset of this thing. Your career has reached a point to where all of a sudden you're kind of rebranding a little bit. What's the thoughts behind this? Anybody jump in there?
I think
Yeah,
I think
go for it.
I think Sugar Rush will always be a huge part of how
Absolutely, yeah.
we started and everything. But I think right now as individuals, I think this name really spoke to us just because I think we're all kind of trying, to chase happiness, and I think that's kind of what we represent right now in our lives, whether it's finishing school, whether it's doing whatever we want to do, and I think that's the ultimate goal in the end.
Yeah.
I think it's just live your life and
just be happy with what you
Yeah.
want to do.
So-
happy with you.
Okay. So you all kind of felt like, hey, it's time for a little bit of a change because
Yes.
we're growing into a different aspect of our lives.
Yeah, we've been thinking about a name change for
Forever.
a long time, but we just couldn't find something that we liked. We couldn't
Yeah.
commit. We really liked Sugar Rush. I mean, it's such a fun name.
It is so
And
fun.
it really was who we were for such a long time.
Yeah.
but-
You're sweet.
Yeah.
I mean, we're
Kinda
older
spunky.
now, and
Sweet and spunky,
Yeah.
sure. And they sound good too. When they play.
so yeah, it was definitely a very long process of us trying to figure out what we wanted to do. But I'm happy
Right.
with what we
Right.
picked. Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
It's good.
Most
Happy.
definitely.
Okay,
Happy-
I tell you, the vibe I got from it is a transition from young ladies to young women.
Yeah,
kind
that's-
of
I don't know,
exactly.
and that's the kind of Sugar Rush was young ladies, and now you're young women with careers and
Yeah.
future, and of course, music will always be a part of your life. At least I
Definitely.
hope and pray it is.
Yes.
Are you feeling that way too, or?
I'm feeling that way.
Yeah.
To be
Okay.
honest, yeah. I just. Bueno,
Oh,
what do you
me?
think?
Everybody's feeling that way, but we don't know about Teresa.
No, actually Jamie brought it up to us because we were coming up with different names. Like I was like, what if we were called That's What She Said? And then
Yes.
I couldn't.
Yeah, or that. Oh
I
my
thought it was funny, but my sense of humor is.
James' dad was super on board with
Oh,
this.
yeah, for
He was
sure.
ready to go.
I don't
I
know
think
why.
that's a good name. I think
You
we
know what?
should-
There's another bit. We Googled it to
Yeah, there's
search,
another
okay,
band.
what's the deal? And
Right.
there was another band.
That's
So-
so funny.
Yeah, it was another band, so it didn't work. But when Jamie brought it up and she explained it, I was like, that makes so much sense
Yeah.
because I know me personally, I'm at that point where I'm just trying to get to where I
Right.
want to be
Okay.
in life, in my career, and I'm not quite there yet.
Yeah.
I'm still working at it, and there are times where and I don't know if the other girls feel this way too, but I'm
do.
sure they do because I think everybody feels sometimes that they don't know what they're doing.
They don't.
Sometimes
Yeah.
you feel like, what am I doing? I feel like I'm doing everything wrong, or
Oh,
I'm not
yeah.
sure if I'm doing everything right because you just want to be at the point that you want to be.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think that's why it's chasing happiness because we're all
Yeah,
just
yeah.
trying to reach that point
Right.
of happiness.
Right.
Exactly.
Not to use a cliche, but you've reached a crossroats in life.
Yeah, exactly.
have.
And
Yeah.
it's like, okay, decision time, a little bit.
I mean, we're all in
Yeah.
our 20s now, so.
Yep.
Oh, God. So-
20s is
20s.
weird. It's like
Yeah.
the weirdest time. Oh my
Figuring
goodness.
out
Yeah.
what the rest of our life is going to be. And that's super scary.
Yeah.
It's completely different than when you were kids.
Yeah.
Right.
Or in
Yeah.
high school too. It
Right.
just changes. Reality kicks in.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's because we all have our individual stories with it too. So
Yeah.
it's not
We
like
do.
we have this set story of this is why we changed the name, but it's like each one of us has our own, path that we're gonna take to
Okay.
get to,
Exactly.
And not that I want to scare you guys, but the years between 20 and 30 go by really fast.
Oh yeah.
And all of a sudden, it's your 29th birthday, or you're about to go on, and you realize you're going to have another epiphany. What am I doing with my life?
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
That might happen again, but then again, you guys are so smart and onto it.
Yeah.
Maybe it won't. I don't know.
Yeah.
Even if it is, you go past it. You live past it,
Yeah.
and you define it. And it's turning into an interview here for me.
No,
but,
it's perfect, yeah.
But I just wanted to relate to this. Okay, I'm going to shift gears on this a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
With the new name, is there a new direction in music? Is there a new
Kind of.
sound? Have you been in a recording studio? Kind of fill us in on that direction.
Well, we're trying to like change up our sound more, like a more newer sound. We're gonna start using like we're trying to like get that new sound, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, we have plans to actually like work on a new EP and hopefully an album throughout this entire year. We are planning to do it here at the House of Music where
Yes,
we all
which is where
started.
we're broadcasting from right now, as a matter
Yeah.
of fact.
HOA.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tony for letting us
Yeah,
have
Tony
his venue
Tabor,
this
thank you
evening.
so much.
Tapers.
Yeah, Tony Tabor and his brother Mike Tabor have been really kind and have offered us an opportunity to like come in again to that recording studio, like
Okay.
right across over there, and to kind of record and mess around a bit with, try to come up with, try to solidify a new sound. I think we've definitely evolved as musicians.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Since
we
like we were younger, because we were
Totally.
definitely
Oh my
like
God.
super poppy.
Right.
We
But
were just
also-
little kitties.
Also, I feel like we have, in a way, stayed true to what our sound
Oh,
is. Like,
right.
even as we've
Absolutely.
evolved, I mean, we've hung on to, like,
That
our
energy, yeah.
vocal focus.
I
And
was just
that
going to say
energy.
vocal.
Yeah.
There's something about, and I'm going to say Sugar Rush again, okay? But the Sugar Rush harmonies,
Yeah.
you guys are great. I mean, I could hear you sing anytime, all the time, even a cappella or something, or without music accompaniment. You're spot on. You just have this golden range that you can all come
you.
to. So,
Yeah, definitely.
you'll always build on that, I'm
Oh
sure.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
like
So I mean, that's part of your calling
Yeah.
card. You know, whether
That's like
it's-
one of our biggest compliments too. Like everyone.
Seriously.
It is.
Yeah, it's always just like the vocals, and it's like
The
it-
harmonies.
yeah,
The harmonies.
every
Yes.
single time. Yeah, it's everything too, but it's people just are super focused on our role because it's out there.
it's unique.
It's-
It
Yeah,
is
it's
different,
unique. Yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
And I have to, with that too, a lot of your, I know you play a lot of covers and a lot of people's favorites, and some of them are difficult to play and you nail them, but your original stuff is very memorable. It's requested when you guys perform. Will that continue with Chasing Happiness, a lot of original stuff?
Yeah.
or-
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, our originals kind of like made us who we were.
Yeah.
Make us who we are as a band, because it's just something I feel like only we can produce, a sound
Right.
that only we can make.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think I don't know how to describe a new sound. I know the harmonies they're always going to be the foundation.
Right, right.
Maybe the subject matter.
The
of our
subject
songs,
matter, yeah.
I think that's definitely evolved. I think that's going to change
Yeah.
because
I think
just-
to get more cleaner, like just cleaning up and everything.
Sure.
Whether it be drums, guitar, just getting more tighter. and-
tighter,
more
and using
elaborate.
more synths and maybe just like bringing in kind of like the newer sound into our unique sound that we have type deal.
I would say, I'm going to throw this out there and see if you agree with me or not, but okay, some of the lyrics of the original stuff from Sugar Rush reflected your age group at the time when they were written.
it did. Yeah.
Oh,
But
yeah.
now
Yes.
we're in a different part in our lives now.
Time zone.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, we're in a different time zone.
yeah.
We are.
I mean, you write what you know, right?
Yeah.
And
Right,
so when
right.
you're
Exactly.
15, what you know is a lot different than what you know
Right.
at 21 and 23,
Yeah,
right?
I think
Right.
I wrote a song called Text Freak when I was like 13 years old. Yeah, we played it, and it was like
Jamie, I love that.
it was
song.
just about like someone
So
who like
cute.
texted you a lot. Like I don't know,
It bothered you.
you know. And like now, we're singing about like why won't somebody love me, and that's like
Yeah.
it's so
Right.
deep and it's personal, and it's like
Yeah.
something that like
It's something that
Can resonate
everyone
with,
like
yeah.
can really resonate and
Yeah.
relate,
Relate to.
because everybody feels lonely.
Yeah.
And that song, too. Didn't Dave's off camera right now? Dave Paninsky, who owns AC Variety, is on camera. But didn't you do something with Valentine's Day? You posted something up about why doesn't somebody love me? And you,
that is.
Oh, I
Do you remember that at all?
I
do
think
remember
seen
that.
it got a lot of attention. Again, the song, the lyrics, you guys performing it, and it being Valentine's Day, he capitalized on that and got on social media.
Oh,
with
thank
it.
you.
That's
you know,
I love
so
that.
Yeah.
but yeah,
That's
that's
awesome.
again another one of your signature songs. So
That's
Yeah.
one of our best ones.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Another like deep one is Somewhere Between.
That
the
one's
songs.
that
really
one,
deep.
yeah.
Oh
It's-
my god, that one makes me cry every time we do it.
Yeah.
Me too.
No, but you stop and
In our
think
feels.
the basics, and you hate to say it, but with love also comes heartbreak.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you guys are
Yes.
able to put those feelings into words, and then your audience
Yep.
feels it,
Mm-hmm.
you've what more could you ask as musicians and
Yeah.
lyricists
Right.
and songwriters? I mean, that's your barometer right there.
It is,
As far
yeah.
as I'm concerned, you guys
Yeah.
nail it. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyhow, I know you're all aspiring individual careers, but music's your common denominator, and you're still, thank God, together musically. I know, as you just mentioned, you're doing some studio work, but I guess it's a little harder and fewer in between times you can all get together in a studio.
Oh, yeah,
Kind
for sure.
of elaborate on that. 'cause
Oh, my goodness.
Kind of mention where you're individually what you're all doing right now besides music,
James?
if you can.
Oh yeah. No.
We'll start from the
I
left.
mean,
Yeah, we'll start from the left.
Yeah. This is gonna
More
be
on that
this is gonna be the long segment of the right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm still in school. I'm gonna be going back to Illinois State
Okay,
this
ISU.
fall. So I'll be a senior, which is can't even.
You're getting old, girl.
I don't even want to think about that. But I mean, yeah. As far as like continuing to
Your major?
forward, yeah, I'm studying media, so that's
Excellent.
like a big
That's
thing for me. So I don't know. I eventually want to go into radio. So I love hosting. So that's like my favorite thing to do. I love being on air. So that's like kind of like where I want to go.
and I can see it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, totally.
I
She's
love it.
that
I have
girl.
I have a new position at school when I go back. I'll be the assistant music director of the radio station there. So that'll be something that's gonna take some time to get used to, but it'll be really
Wow,
fun.
I'm blown away with that.
Yeah, I'm gonna be the host of New Music Monday, which will be crazy. I was the producer of it last semester, but that's nothing compared to like hosting it and like
Sure. Now, what kind of time slot will that be? Do you know yet?
6 to 7 p.m. There we go. WCND.com.
And she knows how to get the plugs in right
Yeah,
away.
right.
Yeah,
That's how it goes.
We listen every Monday. She sends
Yeah.
like a big
You'll send us a
massive
text like,
text.
"Hey guys, I'm on air," and
Yeah.
we'll all pull it up and listen to it.
I'll listen on my way to work.
Right. So I think like also since we're all at school, like I'm sure everybody can talk about it, but it's hard to like get together, but it's so
Oh.
exciting when we do.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
'Cause
It's like a family reunion.
Oh, it's so
Because
good.
we're like family.
It's amazing. It's
I,
amazing.
I have
Like
to say,
sisters.
before Teresa speaks, I just have to say that off camera, that was mentioned 2 or 3 times how they're like family.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, it was when you were in the makeup room.
Oh,
So one family member was,
Yeah, I just got back from
but
work.
and without you knowing it, the rest of your bandmates, your sisters, if
Yeah,
you
we
will, they
are.
all feel the same
tight.
way. So
We best
little group hug
friends.
there.
Best
Yeah, right.
I love these girls. For real, so.
yeah.
Oh, me? Okay, yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
me.
Bueno's turn.
Yes, me. Well, I graduated
Yes.
from St. Xavier University a year
Excellent.
ago. I graduated with a major in biology with 2 minors in music and chemistry. So for the past year, I'm hoping to pursue something in medicine. So I'm hopefully be a doctor.
Wow.
So.
Dr. Bueno.
Oh yeah. Oh wow. So I became a medical scribe, and I'm working at the Silver Cross Emergency Department as a medical scribe, and I work 8 to 12-hour shifts, and
Wow.
I absolutely
The
love
long
it.
haul.
Yeah.
That's a long
So
hour.
you said you actually absolutely love it.
Oh, I love
Wow.
it.
Love
I know people think I'm crazy when I say she'll come to rehearsal. She'll have all these crazy stories about like, guys, listen to what happened today. She just got off work and she's coming to Oh my rehearsal.
God, yeah, so a lot like, look, this is
It's
the
so
recent
funny.
trauma that came in, like, oh my god, and this is how they handled it, and it was just super cool.
But I mean, it's also
insane.
like a very humbling experience too.
Okay,
It makes
there
you
you go,
like
too.
really appreciate like your life and the people in it. Like I always hug my parents a little tighter after coming home from. I hope it's not dimming the conversation.
No,
but-
that's the reality of it.
Yeah.
And yeah, you need to say it and we need to feel it. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So I've been doing that. I absolutely love it. I'm applying to schools right now.
Okay.
So I'm really hoping that works out. And if not, I'm just going to keep pushing through. because they don't know when to quit.
Yes, girl.
Chase
You got
happiness.
this. Chase
Chasing happiness. Hey, it's starting to make sense to me all of a sudden.
Yeah.
The light is just lit. Thank you, guys.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I always feel like that music and medicine are really intertwined in that they
Okay.
have a way to kind of like lift people up and heal.
Absolutely.
So that's how I kind of connect
Interesting,
them all.
interesting twist there.
Music
Well,
is
yeah.
universal.
Yeah, I like.
Yes, thank you. You're right.
It's a way you connect to people, and in medicine, you kind of see people in their most like vulnerable state. So you have to know how to connect with them.
Right.
Yeah.
It's very healing. Too.
It is healing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
I really like it.
Okay, I think she's got the right vocation going on.
Thank you.
Which brings us to Peyton. Speaking of vocations, right?
Whoa. I've just been a troublemaker. No, I'm just kidding. No, actually.
makeup room.
Yeah, right? Okay.
There's a Peyton in every family. This is ours.
Yeah. Hey guys. No, I'm just it's just been like, okay, so like I kind of just took a break from school for a while because I've
Totally
been wanting
understand.
to go back to work. I'm trying to save up to get my own place, to get my own car, and do music hard because I love music. But honestly, if like the music thing doesn't work out, I'm probably gonna go into nursing. My sister's a nurse, and like she really inspired me to like become a nurse because I love little kids. I love helping everybody. I love them. So it's just like it's just something I really want to do if I don't pursue the music, even though
Right.
I think I'm gonna pursue the
Now I was
music.
going to say you're very focused and you're such a talented drummer. You're very hardcore when it comes to
Yes.
that. And I don't see you failing in anything you try, but
Yeah.
especially music.
Yeah, music's definitely like a really big part of my life. Like I want to go into music production. I want to just even if I like I don't know, just kind of like just get my name out. Like with the drumming, I mean, at least maybe
Yeah.
like be a drummer for somebody that's going on tour or something.
Yeah.
Or just kind of just do me or just like work on my vocals or
Yeah.
get us big, like get us better and just in general.
Yeah.
Like I just want to do music. Like it's just I'm happy with it and I just want to do something
Yeah.
that makes me happy.
Yeah.
I don't want to be stuck in a
No.
job my whole life
This
depressed.
girl makes sick beats. Like
Yeah.
she will like I will go in her car and she'll be like, Jamie, listen to this beat I made. And I'm like, hey, this is amazing. Like this
Yeah.
is like
Girl,
stuff that you don't hear every
awesome.
day, you
Thanks,
know?
girl.
So it's just
Yeah.
like and she's mixing on her little phone.
I know my little phone. I have a studio at home too. I have a studio at home
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
So.
Now I would suspect, not to interrupt, but I would
No,
suspect
yeah.
you have the total support of your mom and dad.
Oh my god, my parents
my-
it just influences me a lot. Like we have a studio at home, so I'm like around music 24/7.
Okay, yeah.
I can't get away from it.
Yeah,
I can't.
for those who don't know,
Yeah. Jimmy
Peyton's
Allen
family,
Randall,
yeah, Peyton's family, mom and
Go check
dad,
them out.
everybody's entertainer. Everybody's,
Jimmy
you know,
Allen?
Yeah,
professional
Jimmy Allen Randall,
entertainers.
They are. So it's just
So-
like in my blood, like music, and if it doesn't become successful or something that I grasp onto musically, then I'm definitely just gonna go into nursing or something, or even
Okay.
like or business school or something, because I love business too. See, I'm like all over it.
Okay, but
So, yeah.
very focused. I have to, and you mentioned nursing a couple of times, and that's something I personally have known people that have got married, had their family, their kids are in high school, and all of a sudden, that's when I finished nursing school, and that's when the career starts.
Yeah.
then.
So there's like really no
So,
time limit.
There's no exactly.
Exactly. I
and
can
don't-
take
and
my
don't-
time. I don't have to be
And don't
stressed.
put time limits
Yeah.
on yourself either, as far as I'm concerned. But
Yeah, exactly. Like,
you know, yeah,
Yeah, I don't have time to be stressed.
none of us do.
No.
Chase happiness.
Chase happiness.
Yeah, it's amazing how we're getting that name in here.
Chase happiness.
Me.
Jane, tell us
All right.
about it.
I am going to be a senior as well
Oh my
at
God.
the University of Illinois.
I feel like
down
a
in
grandpa
Champaign.
sitting here.
We're old.
Yeah, okay, but go ahead.
Okay, I'm studying computer engineering,
Oh.
which I love. And I had an internship this summer doing software engineering, which I have learned so much at, and I'm really excited to head back to school and finish out strong and hopefully get a job when I graduate and
She's gonna kill
stay in
it.
the area so that we can keep making music.
Yeah.
Really? Heck
Yes,
yeah.
really.
We will.
That is so good because I'm thinking
This girl's so talented.
everything that you've individually mentioned can take you anywhere in the Midwest.
Yeah.
You could get a radio gig in Kansas City, something. You know what I mean? You could get a residency somewhere or accepted in a medical school.
You can.
Boom, gone. Same thing too. A gig can open up for you.
Anything, yeah.
Touring band, all of a sudden, boom.
Instantaneously.
And then again, an engineering firm looking for someone like yourself.
Yeah.
And then who the hell will we interview here? You know, just You're sitting here with 4 empty chairs, you know.
Yeah, right?
But just the common denominator that's still going to pull you together. and
Yeah.
that's the
We're
music.
always gonna be together.
We always
We just
somehow
like
get
need each
together.
other.
Yeah.
Like we don't even plan it.
Yeah. There's no breaking us up.
Yeah. Well, you guys are the best part of coming home.
I
from
know.
me.
I know, me
Oh my
too.
gosh, been so
Yeah.
many nights when
Aw,
I'm
Gina.
driving home from school and I like walk in the door. It's like, okay, let's get the band together. Like, let's go.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm loving it.
I love it.
Off camera earlier, we were talking about close to being one of your first gigs, and it was at this place. You were.
Blarney Stone.
Yes, the bar, and you said
Yeah.
the power went out, and when we kind of never finished the story, can you?
Oh yeah.
And it's a memorable thing, and that anniversary is coming up.
Yeah,
Yes,
our
that
anniversary is
happening?
coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In like a
August.
week.
It is.
August 9, right?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so.
Okay, so how did you okay, you have an audience in front of you, you're now at this outdoor tent for this event, you're the headlining band, power goes out, boom, what the hell do you do? I mean, you know, like,
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So I guess backstory for that was like when we first started as a band with the rock band program here at House of Music.
Okay.
And so like Tony was like we got together, we rehearsed multiple times, super excited, maybe a little nervous. First time for all of us
Very,
before.
very
First
sure.
time, like
Yeah.
I met you.
First
I
time
was-
ever
I
on
met her a
stage.
week before.
Yeah.
Oh my
A
goodness.
week.
really?
But so we
Yes.
show up and we play Rolling in the Deep, and it's going well, just as we rehearsed, and then the power cuts out because there's this huge rolling storm.
Oh my goodness.
And
That was-
our guitar stopped working, the piano cuts off, the mic cuts off, and we're in the middle of the chorus, and we just keep singing in harmony, and we could encourage the crowd
Your
to
audience,
clap
yeah.
along and finish the song with us, and that's it. That's how we ended the night.
Wow, and you
Yeah.
just and the crowd loved it.
the crowd
They
did
loved
love
it. The power went back on, and then
Yeah.
they asked us to for an encore for us to play the song again. And
Wow.
so we did that.
Wow.
Remember
pretty
that?
empowering.
Yeah.
That was such a cute moment. Oh my god. I don't think I was there though.
Yeah, I know.
Let's go.
But I saw the videos.
Beta was not there.
But I saw the videos.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Faye.
For what it was worth, the first interview we did with this
Yeah.
band, Peyton wasn't there either.
I just kind of show up whenever.
You know,
no, I'm still.
She randomly if you can contact her people ahead of time, she'll be there.
Yeah.
But you got to make the right contact. Actually, in your defense, I think you were
I was actually
you were
really
sick.
Yeah,
She was
she was
sick.
sick.
And we
Yeah.
were very worried about you, and
Yeah.
we were thinking, even all the way up to hours before the taping, if you were going to make it or not. And then we
Yeah.
actually entertained the idea of, okay, let's just not do it until you were more available.
yeah.
But then the venue we had then, had to be done in there that night.
Exactly.
So
Was
we
that
had
last
we had to
year?
run with it. No, that was
many years
That
ago.
was
It was
many years
Yeah,
ago.
I was
yeah.
really sick. I was
Many
always
years
yeah.
ago.
That was many years ago. I was
Yeah.
gonna say, wait a minute. Yeah, I was probably really sick.
You
yeah.
were-
Oh, you definitely
shook
were
her
because
up,
we
yeah.
were.
Yeah.
But I gotta like say something about Peyton. Like,
Sure.
yeah, she
Oh
wasn't
my
there
goodness.
like for that show, but like all the other shows, like she brings it home. Like
Oh.
she brings
Thanks,
it
girl.
home.
Yes.
And like this most recent summer, like
Oh
we
my goodness.
were so rusty because they'd been away at school and I'd been working all year, and so I maybe touched my guitar a few times doing like open mic gigs here and there.
Sure.
So we like kind of like we were like, what? How do you play guitar? But like the only ones who like Peyton just got it together like that. Like after not rehearsing with us, she's
Thanks, Bueno. I
Yeah.
love you guys. These girls are so talented.
I
Yes, they
I
are.
think
They
it's a
seriously are.
package here.
yeah, it's a package.
You all work about. Again, we commented off camera how you're at a place at being a band now where you know what each other is doing on stage and when you're going to do it.
Yeah.
And it's almost like a second
Yeah.
nature.
We've all just like really improved a lot, to be honest. Even like everybody, like
Yeah.
especially like me, Jano, everybody, like just like it's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially that we're growing up too. It's just like we're starting to realize like how to work
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I think
Better.
when
A
we
lot
were
better.
talking off camera too, like I had mentioned that I think the one thing that is rooted is that we are like a family, and I think that's like the one thing that like keeps us, you know, united. And I think
Keeps us coming back.
like no matter what, I feel like who cares if you don't touch an instrument for like
Yeah, it
5
doesn't
years?
matter.
I just
mean,
want to see
it's-
you.
I just want to see it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And it's like
Yeah.
it's pick up a guitar and it's like, you know,
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
Now that's a magic potion because I'll be honest with you, I grew up in a lot of garage bands and I was a drummer, poor drummer at that, but anyhow, no, just a little tear there. Yeah, but anyhow, so many things got in the way of bands I was in, egos, one who sounds better,
Yeah.
who wants better voice, and it was like maybe it's a guy thing with guys, but it just seems like there's a magic with you.
No, yeah.
That-
We're just really humble. Because we don't ever try to outdo each other. It's never like that. We're just like we love each other, and it's just
Right.
like we're doing this because it's what we love. It's
Yeah.
not like
Yeah.
a competition. We don't.
Right. We
no.
celebrate each other's
Competition.
strengths.
If you
Right.
compete
Yeah.
in life, then that's
Right.
not a good thing. It's about
Okay.
So
Right. If there's like a song that like one of us brings in, it's like we're gonna support that other person who's gonna bring in the song.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
hey, you wanna
This is
sing it?
this
Sing
is
it.
ironic.
Yeah.
You're saying that. That was going to be my next topic is songwriting and collectively how you want. Maybe one of you comes up with an idea or you wrote something that you mentioned all the way back to your early teen years,
teenage.
and then selling it to the rest of the band and then working it out. How does that work through the years from the sugar rush to where you are now as chasing happiness?
How does it work?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I actually, so I have a bunch of just recordings on my phone.
Oh my God.
Of just the
God.
songwriting process.
We knew
as we go
Jane's
through
phone was going to get involved in this somehow. But go ahead.
Oh my gosh.
And I was just listening to one of them recently as we were reworking. I had a song that I brought in, but it didn't really quite like hit it. It wasn't really quite right, and so we're reworking it. It's like this 30-minute audio recording of us working through like
Oh, God.
rewriting the chords and redoing the words, and just listening to us like work through this process
Oh my goodness.
and realizing like what we do and how we work together was just really amazing for
Yeah.
me to like sit down and listen to that.
To sit here and listen to you do that description, and then the rest of you are nodding your heads. There's bands, believe me, I have known that I either have been in or have known, they couldn't get near that. No, they did not have that chemistry.
Yeah.
Oh.
Our
And
chemistry is tight.
yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Tight.
Right. I mean, sometimes you bring in a song and it's ready to go, and we learn it as is, and that's pretty much it. But more often than not, you bring in an idea or a framework or like a rough draft, and then we all will sit down together and just like spitball and try to arrange and come up with stuff
Sometimes
together.
I'll have these like
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
it's your dream.
Yeah, Jamie has dreams about songs.
Jamie's having a dream. When we
No,
go-
yeah.
right, right, right.
Good though.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, right.
they're
Okay.
good.
Literally, like,
Okay.
yeah, so Jane or anybody will like bring a song and I'll hear
Okay.
it, and then like later, maybe like 2 nights, not even like the same night, maybe
Okay.
like a week
It's got to
later
ferment
even.
a little bit.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's gotta sit a little bit, and then like I'll just like have a dream about it, and it'll be like arranged in my head,
Yeah.
and then I'll be like,
Oh my-
okay, so then like I'll just like come in and like, hey guys, let's just try this, and then sometimes it just like goes, it just fits, and like. I mean, it. I don't know why that happens. It just happens. Every time someone brings in a song, it's just like I just have this weird thing that goes on in my head.
It's
and
it's like a music magic. I don't know.
It is.
I'm sitting here at awe listening to you with the way you
yeah,
explain
and
that.
we like you said, we have that like chemistry that's like
It's like
you can't you can't touch it.
Yeah, I think it's I think we're just not afraid to like try new things and experiment.
Okay.
Like we never reject an idea. We always
No.
go with it.
Right.
Because we have fun with it.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Those recordings are so
Oh,
wild.
there's so much laughter.
so much laughter. And it's kind of like the best part, honestly, of rehearsal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like
It
us
is.
goofing around and seeing what we can come up with and
and
writing
just being
stuff.
us.
Yeah.
Like I feel like we are us when we're together because
Oh, yeah.
definitely.
Quickly earlier, as we were setting up the set that you see us on right now and lighting in the cameras, Jane and Teresa went off to one of the side music rooms here where there's an upright
Oh yeah.
upright piano. Next thing I know, I'm hearing keyboards, and they're just singing away, 2-part harmony. And it's like, talk about spontaneity. And what was it?
Oh, we were doing Why.
Why?
Oh, and we
yes.
danced to Queen too. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It could possibly happen right now. We don't know.
Acapella.
All right, guys, get in the room right
But
now.
yeah, move the equipment. Let's go. But that's the kind of things I'm talking about, and that's the kind of things that you just totally relate to.
Yeah.
As we draw this to a conclusion a bit, and I said again how many times we were referring off camera, like that was the big discussion off camera, but it set us up for what we could do here tonight. But I kind of mentioned where you were 5 years ago, and God only knows where you're going to be 5 years from now. And do you have any thoughts that direction? It's scary, isn't it? I mean, it was for me when I was your age,
Yeah, it's really scary.
Individually or as like a band?
but both. If both. If you,
Yeah. I think.
Okay.
Well, I think like the one thing is we're gonna always do music together. I
Yes,
know
we
that.
excellent.
Yeah, I don't see that going away.
Mm-mm.
Even 5 years from now, that's crazy to think about. But like, I don't see it, going away. But definitely like for the band, continuing to write and do all those sorts of things. Hopefully, we'll have that album that we're talking about.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would
right,
be really cool,
seriously.
and we can share that with everyone. And we're trying to do more stuff for us. We're trying to do a little documentary.
Yes.
There's a lot of things.
Yeah, no,
going
I saw you
on.
earlier with the camera, and kind of tell us
Yes.
about the documentary idea too, if you,
No,
because that's part of the 5-year plan too, right?
No, it's not the five-year plan. No. But I was on YouTube a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
And there's this girl band. That's I think it's like 6 of them. It's called Cimarelli, and they're sisters. They do harmonies. And I just grew up like watching them because I admire it. And they did this really cool documentary where it's like them showing them in the studio, showing them just living lives as as a family. And I was like, why don't we have that? I was like, we're literally like that, and like I just felt like we have so much to offer as people.
Yeah, we do.
I really want people to see that, and I think like whether it's in the studio, whether it's them doing stuff like that. Like I was just like, I get the camera, like that's just like what
Yeah.
we're always doing, And so just like having that on recording, on video, even if it doesn't, go out there for people to see, we have it. And I think that's like something important to us too. And I
Absolutely.
know our families would love to see that too. So
Yeah.
it's
Your
actually
fans,
something
your
to
fans,
remember.
and your
Right.
fans.
Yeah. Just
So that's what I think.
You want to take a stab at
That's
5 years?
awesome.
I know it's a loaded question
No, yeah,
because
it's a lot.
when I was your age, I'll be honest, I wouldn't be able to answer it
yeah.
because there's so many variables.
There are
And opportunities that may come and go that you miss. You made a bad decision somewhere.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, all the time.
is yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
so. But
get you in
in
trouble,
your
man.
heart of hearts, where do you?
Individually, I can't guarantee where I'll be in 5 years. Hopefully,
Okay.
I'll be in residency or
Sure.
med
Yeah.
school. But what I can say, like 5 years ago, I remember you girls were going to college, and a part of me wanted to cry.
Yeah.
On our anniversary, we played a House of Music show, and I thought it was going to be the last show we'd ever play. But here we are,
Yeah.
still playing
Wow.
throughout college. We made it work. Like despite all
Yeah.
odds, we've driven distances. Like Jane will come like from U of I.
Literally.
Yeah, to drive 2 hours straight to a show.
Dang.
Like
Wow.
because that's how
Yeah.
much it means to us. So
Yeah.
that makes me secure in our like future as a band because I know that we'll always love each other as family. We'll always be making music together. So 5 years from now, I feel like it's kind of. I know that there's going to be a constancy here with this band. Like we're always going to have that,
Definitely.
even no
Okay.
matter how far or where we go. And individually, I hope and I believe that we'll be where we're supposed to be 5 years from now. Whatever happens, because like you said, there's a bunch of variables.
Yeah.
We'll be where we're supposed to be, and it's my hope and belief that it will be where we want to be.
Yeah.
Very
Definitely.
well put.
Bueno.
Thank you.
But bueno, she took the answer right out of my mouth.
I mean, I can't because I can't say
I
where we're
forgot
gonna be.
about
Where we're
that
gonna
though. I
be.
didn't think about how like, going to school was such a big factor.
It was
Yeah.
really sad.
Well,
it was really
that was
scary.
another crossroads in your life.
Yeah.
High school was over.
Yeah.
I didn't even think because it's so natural now where it's like as like someone for you for us to watch us go and like kind of be like, okay, bye guys, it's weird, you don't
Yeah.
know if it's gonna come back,
Yeah.
and so like I forget about that all the time that we did come
We
back.
did do that.
Yeah.
And
It's
so
like-
we can get through like whatever 5 years like throws at us. We'll still
Yeah.
be able to find time to go to crash at Jane's house.
Yeah, literally.
Order a huge Nancy's pizza.
Nancy's
yes.
oh my god. And some
Damn,
wine.
that sounds good.
Yeah,
That's our
we do
routine.
that. Yeah.
Nancy's pizza
Go
and
down to the
wine.
basement and play all night. Like we'll find a time to do that in
Wow.
5 years. So I have no doubt in my
Yeah.
mind that that's not gonna change. Yeah. But
My
Hey, and I got kind of vibes of what you previously said. What do you think about the
She
5-year
stole-
plan?
She stole the words right out of my mouth.
Don't you love it when
I
somebody
mean,
takes it and you
no.
go,
She's like, perfect. Yeah, so
Okay.
I'd probably say just about the same thing.
Okay,
Bueno
we got a good ditto going here.
said. Yeah.
ditto.
Ditto.
Yeah, I think I don't really have anything to add to that in terms of where the band's
Well,
gonna
Teresa,
be.
you
That's
see what you
exactly
did
what I
now?
want. So I mean,
I should have sat at the end.
yeah, no,
Okay,
such a good-
I hope that everything you said is absolutely true, and I
Yeah,
really
me
believe
too.
that it will be.
Yeah.
I do believe.
Yeah.
I do
Me
believe it
too.
will be.
If I paraphrase it rightly, you said whatever happens in 5 years, whatever it's going to be the right thing.
Oh, absolutely.
And that kind of confidence really impresses me.
Yeah.
And I felt like that went all the way across the board because nobody disagreed with you. In fact, everybody did that.
Yeah, I'm really
Chase happiness.
It
Yeah.
is. It's beautiful.
So-
Watch it back.
We somehow incorporated that name in here again. Too. I don't know.
It just comes around.
Okay. So, any last thoughts before we say goodnight?
I do want to say a very special thank you to Tony Tabor.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
From
He's the
House of Music.
founder of House of Music, where you are now, where we all started
Yeah.
from.
Right.
This is actually their new venue. We began in this tiny house on 159.
Right, and we're on a
Yeah.
pretty decent sized stage right now in a performing area.
Yeah,
of
they
the
do
studio.
amazing
Pretty.
lessons. They do rock band programs, live music here every weekend. Live music, like they really give you an opportunity to grow as a musician.
Right.
That's how we've become so close. If it weren't for Tony Tabor and House of Music, we would not be a
We
band.
would not know each other.
And that's kind of like dazzling me. So I want to say thank you to him, and I want to say thank you to you guys. You guys have been
Yeah,
so
thank you
Oh.
guys. You guys have been super
Like,
supportive.
Yeah, your enthusiasm for every time we perform. And
I
your
have to admit,
encouragement, like, thank you so much.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you
We're
very
humbled.
much for your warm words, and I have to admit, and I'm going to speak for Dave, but I know we talked about it. The first time we saw you perform, it was like I think I went up to your mom and went, I need the contact information for this band. Because I think she was acting as an agent or a manager at the time.
Momager. Momager.
Momager. I thought I saw that on the card, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah. She does real estate now, so she's her own manager.
She's her
Oh, she's right out there, baby.
Upgraded.
One around now.
And I guess I don't want to even use the word raw talent. I saw talent, and I saw an enthusiasm on stage that was unparalleled. So I thought, yeah, we're gonna, and we went right from there to try to get you to do open mic. We talked to the powers that be, like Oak Fest. We did everything we could to with our connections to try to get you out there, and we're so proud
Thank you.
of this moment right now, and we're so proud to have been a part of watching you grow.
Yeah,
So-
no, thank
so-
you so much. Like,
So thank you.
yeah, no, like you, Tony Tabor, our family and friends, our family.
Family, oh my God,
Family. Oh, our
family.
family, yeah.
Yeah.
Mama and
absolutely. Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
Papa.
Like,
Really?
like, yeah, everybody, our community has
Seriously.
really kind of helped us grow as musicians and as people, and so we're really thankful for that.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
And at that, I'd like to wrap this unless I get a surprise from somebody here, but no, I think we talked out. But it was a pleasure, as we previously said. I wish you all the best of luck in all future endeavors. And
Thank you.
Please always stay in touch. We're going to always attempt to stay in touch with you. And if you ever get a chance to hear Chasing Happiness now, and if this album comes to fruition that they're working on, it'll be well worth the time spent to listen to it, to buy it, whatever way you want to go for it. And one last thought. We talked about 5-year things, future individual careers, but just think for a minute, and it's in the cards, if an album that Chasing Happiness did, all of a sudden, one tune on one album caught, and it all of a sudden top 40 on the pop charts. What a story,
Yeah.
okay? What a story.
It would be
So,
I can't even do that.
not impossible. So, at that thought, thanks for watching. Thank you for
Thank
much.
you. Thank you so much.
And stay tuned
Thanks,
for a
guys.
lot of good things we got coming up on AC Variety.